Hey guys, today I will be reviewing the Huawei Honor 6 Plus. Now if you missed my unboxing and first look video, the link will be in the description. Let's start off with the design of the phone. It is made mainly of plastic, apart from the glass panels on the front and back, and a metal band that wraps around the top and sides. Now if any of you have used an iPhone 5 or 5S before, you might think that the design looks very similar. Here's the iPhone 5S next to the Honor 6 Plus, and I don't know about you, but they look pretty similar to me, especially on the sides where they've both got metal bands as well as cutouts for the antennas. Their thicknesses are very similar as well. In terms of ergonomics, I think Huawei did a pretty nice job of making such a large phone comfortable to hold in the hand. The edges are chamfered to allow you to grip onto the phone without it feeling uncomfortable. The rounded corners make it easy to hold in landscape mode, and the metal band gives it a very premium feel, which is important as that is where you'll be making the most contact with the phone. As for the interface, the Honor 6 Plus has nothing on the left side, while the volume rocker, lock button, and two SIM card trays are on the right. The right SIM card tray can be used as a microSD card slot for storage expansion of up to 128 gigs. The headphone jack is up top, which is where I like it, but that's down to preference. The back panel cannot be removed, meaning the battery is sadly non-removable. Speaking about the battery, this phone has a 3600 mAh battery, which is plenty for a phone like this. I was able to get through a whole day of heavy use, including texting, browsing the web, watching videos, using a camera. I had things like Bluetooth, mobile data, and Wi-Fi on, and I still ended up with around 35%. And if you're more of a light user, you can expect to finish the day with more than 40 or 50% remaining. The battery life on this phone is fantastic. It also has 3 different battery modes: Ultra, Smart, and Normal, which limit or allow certain features in order to save battery or increase performance. Speaking of performance, the Honor 6 Plus is no slouch due to the HiSilicon Kirin 925 32-bit octa-core processor. 3 gigs of RAM were plenty, as I could have many applications open at once without the phone slowing down. On Antutu, I was able to obtain a score of 42,134, which is not bad, but it was unable to beat the flagship phones with high-end Snapdragon processors, which is to be expected. As for gaming, I ran GTA San Andreas at max settings with no problems, although there were some stutters here and there and frame rate wasn't perfect. Dominating the front of the phone is a 5.5-inch 1080p LCD display. The screen is absolutely gorgeous. Colors are sharp, crisp but not oversaturated, and the color reproduction is very accurate. It is also an IPS panel, meaning viewing angles are great. Now some people may want a 2K display on a screen this big, but personally I think 1080p is perfect for this phone, and not having a 2K display helps contribute to the amazing battery life. Screen brightness was quite good, but I wish the screen could go a bit more dimmer for using in the dark. Now moving on to the camera, which is supposed to be the main feature of this phone due to the dual lenses it has on the back, and I found it to be pretty good. If you want more information as to what 2 lenses do, I'll link a video Huawei made explaining the benefits. But essentially, the camera is able to capture twice the amount of light of a single lens, and uses a relatively large pixel size of 1.98 micrometers. They can also be used to take cool depth of field images, much like the HTC One M8, although I think the effect works much better on the Honor 6 Plus. By choosing the wide aperture mode, you can take a photo and then choose which part of it to focus on afterwards. The max resolution is 13 megapixels, and this results in very detailed images. Colors popped. They were a little oversaturated, which I like, but that's subjective. HDR mode was fantastic because one lens was able to take an image with high exposure while the other used a low exposure, resulting in very balanced pictures. What I was mainly disappointed by was the poor performance of it in low light settings. I did not see much improvement in performance in low light conditions versus phones with only one lens, and pictures taken were very grainy. There seemed to be a little delay after taking a picture, which is probably down to this camera requiring more image processing than any other smartphone camera. Other features of the camera include a burst mode, as well as multiple filters that can be added before or after taking a picture. The 8 megapixel front-facing camera was a clever choice by Huawei due to the increasing prominence of selfies. Video quality was pretty good. The exposure could adjust itself very quickly, and video had lots of detail. The stabilizer was okay, but nothing too impressive. One final thing I want to talk to you about will be the user interface. The Honor 6 Plus runs Huawei's Emotion UI skin on top of Android 4.4.2 KitKat, so no lollipop just yet. Now most Android skins usually fall into the two categories of either bulky with lots of features or simplistic and easy to use. In my opinion, the Emotion UI falls into the second category. There is no more app drawer, and the apps are accessible from the home screens, much like iOS. Swiping down whilst in any of the home screens will bring down a handy search bar for things like apps and messages, and will also show you your recently used apps. The Honor 6 Plus uses on-screen buttons consisting of a back button, the home button, and a multitasking button, which brings up your active applications to let you switch to them. Swiping up from the bottom closes all the apps. Swiping down from the top brings down the notification bar, which has a timeline to show you when you received notifications. The shortcut tab contains shortcuts to different bits in the settings menu, as well as the brightness bar. As far as customization goes, there's a themes app, where you can download different themes or customize the look of the phone yourself. One last thing I should mention is my experience with the phone speaker. I noticed the sound would crackle or start to muffle when I changed the volume down to a third or lower. And while that may just be a software bug, my overall impression with the speaker was that it wasn't very clear and did not sound loud enough, even at max volume. The placement of it on the back of the phone didn't help either. So, that wraps up my review of the Huawei Honor 6 Plus. My verdict of it would be that for the price, it is an excellent phone. Yet if money is not too much of an issue, phones like the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 trumps it in every single way. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Other than that, hope you have a wonderful day and peace.